Welcome to another podcast section with Heritage Rare Homes. I'm your host Shola, and today we'll be talking about renting versus owning a house. Which is better? I have here Wisdom, who's an expert in this field. So Wisdom, in Nigeria, some people think that renting a house is a waste of money. So what's your view on this?
Thank you, Shola. My view about renting a property or owning. Let me say, first of all, if you don't have the finances of renting or buying a house, you have to rent.
Yeah, true.
Then, if you have the finances if you evaluate your finance and you have the money to own a home, you buy a house.
Yeah.
That is simple and short. There is no money to buy a house. There's no money to buy a house, you rent a house. There's money to buy a house, you buy a house.
Okay.
As simple as that.
Okay, so what are the benefits of owning a house in Nigeria?
The benefits of owning a house in Nigeria basically is you abstain yourself from the landlord wahala. Your mind will be at rest, number one. Okay, number two, that is an investment, a long-term investment that you would leave for your generations to come.
Okay, so what are those common challenges that homeowners face and how can they overcome it?
So the challenges of owning a home, the first is you have to pay tax.
Yeah.
The second is maintenance, high cost of maintenance.
Yes, that's
because for instance, people are living in the house or you give the house for renting, you have to be maintaining the property. If not, the property becomes outdated. Number two, you have to be paying the government land use charge. It's very, very important.
Okay. So what advice can you give our viewers out there that is still contemplating whether they should rent or own a house in Nigeria?
Okay, first of all, as a person, you have to evaluate your finance. Okay, if you have the finances to own a house,
yeah,
you buy a property. If you have finances to buy even the whole estate, you buy an estate. But if you don't have the finances to buy or own a home, why can't you rent? The best option is to rent, and you stay in the rent and be planning for your investments. Okay, so what I will add to this is that, okay, for people who are, paying rent from 3 million and above, my advice is for them to start, planning for long-term investment.
Yeah.
Okay, because there are, properties like, Aramide, where initial deposit is 3 million. So if you can, pay that 3 million and plan your investment, or you subscribe to their mortgages where you can, balance in say 20 years or 20 months or what.
That's nice.
So I believe that will remove you from rentage, okay, and become a property owner. So, and one thing we need to understand is that time does not wait for anybody, and time is very fast. As you are sitting down and thinking, when will I start investing? The most important thing is that take the action. When you take the action, that is when you have done something. But when you are procrastinating, you can never get that result. So I would like to say that the best option is that if you have the money, take the action now. Aramide is open. Subscribe. And in the next 2-3 years, you are a property owner.
Okay, Wisdom, that's very interesting. So guys, thank you so much for joining our podcast section. If you would like to know more details about Aramide that Wisdom has spoken about, call the number displayed on the screen. Till next time on another insightful podcast section with Heritage Rare Homes, kindly follow us on all our social media platforms and stay blessed.